Dear Sitil, hi, sorry I didn't write earlier. I thought you didn't want to talk to me. I know it could be pretty jarring having somebody find out your biggest secret and being peer pressured into spilling everything, but that makes the two of us, I guess. Now that I think back on it, I'm surprised I didn't notice sooner about how you're not exactly human. Well, I shouldn't really be surprised since this whole friendship was all about me and my problems from the start, anyways. Sometimes I think of when I first met you, how then I had thought that there was nothing left for me, how close I got to jumping that rail. I'm so glad I met you then. I don't know if I'll ever be able to thank you wholeheartedly for that. If you haven't noticed yet, I've had a lot of time with my thoughts, especially with therapy and stuff going on, which is going great, FYI. I even got a pet fish. I named him Lichty, after your friend. He's really cute, so if you want to come over sometime to see him or just to talk, I can do that. Anyways, I'm just gonna cut to the chase. I'm not mad at you or betrayed or feeling bad about the truth. I just want to be your friend, and a part of that is understanding. The last time we talked, I may have misinterpreted some things, so I'm gonna tell you what I understood and ask you to please correct me if I'm wrong. You're a colony of sentient plankton created in a lab that deemed you a failure and dumped you in the ocean. Given your fashion sense, I should have noticed this sooner. The algae plankton you're made of isn't all in your body. There are multiple other colonies of your kind in the waters. You call them the sentimentals. Your human appearance is due to a young teen named Lichty who took her own life by drowning. You proceeded to plant your algae into her body, and a part of you lived on as her under the name Sitil. You exist making an effort to stop others from taking their lives as Lichty did. No wonder you made such an effort to stop me. You have stinging cells in your palms? And your skin is very thick too? I'd like an explanation for these, but at least now I know why you're adamant about wearing your gloves. You glow? I know it probably has to do with the algae you're made of having bioluminescence, but that one took me by surprise. Let me tell you, I did not expect that. Of course, if I misinterpreted or missed anything, please let me know. I just need you to understand that I don't hate you, or feel angry at you, or any of that. I just want to better understand you as one of my best friends. I wouldn't trade the time we spent together for anything. If you'd like to meet up later or anything, I'd love that. Maybe for some ice cream? I'll pay, so it's up to you. See you, Sitil. With love and exception, Eldora. Dear Eldora, sorry I've been ignoring you. I don't know what came over me. I've never had myself get outed before. I was so scared. I'm sorry for making you worry. I've been spending most of my time underwater, away from people, alone with my own thoughts. Seems like we're kinda in the same boat. Although it's been healing, it's very lonely. The sentimentals in other life there don't seem to be very active. I haven't had much luck, but I'm glad to hear you're doing better. I'm so proud of you. You finally got the courage to seek help. That's amazing. I would love to come over. That was so thoughtful of you to name him that. Like, G means a lot to me, even though we never really met. Do you know what kind of fish he is? I love fish. They're so cute. Most of what you said about me is true. I'd like to reiterate the story. I missed some stuff when we last talked. We were originally plankton created by a lab whose name we cannot recall. They were based on an island in the Pacific. They are now long gone. The sentimentals have checked. It's reduced to rubble. But we can't be sad. They accidentally gave us a conscience. We were a test to see possibilities. I think it's a real possibility they were trying to develop the sea floor by artificially giving it a strong will, giving it intelligence to make it more lively, turn it into a hive mind. We were one of the first tests to succeed. Although we had a buzzing intellect, our mental strength lacked, and we had a tendency to grow too attached to things, unable to let go of even small things. They felt as if they had to leave us. We were grown and born out of algae with bioluminescence. We are unable to withstand very deep waters without the proper means of doing so. It's part of why I made my skin so thick, since I can't risk being found underwater by other people. We don't remember much of our early life. It was mostly spent mindlessly drifting about the ocean. I don't even know how old we actually are. All we can really remember is that the ocean was really lively back then. There was a lot of life all around us. We thought it would never end. We were ignorant to what death was. Our kind is spread across the entire Pacific, shore to shore. Although communication from so far is hard and basically impossible, we still all have our purpose and see each other as siblings, and due to our sentimental nature, we have dubbed ourselves the Sentimentals. It was a shock to us when we first saw Lichty. She would stand by the pier and cry almost every day. We didn't try to stand up and help her. We didn't know how to act around humans, and no means with which to do so. We felt as hopeless as she did. One day, during winter, she suddenly jumped. We weren't prepared for it. We never thought it'd get this bad for her. In the end, we all regret not being able to save her. Every one of us mourned her death, and in honor of her memory, a number of us, which is me, entered and took control of her dying body. I promised that I would live a good life for her. I was able to inhabit her body just fine if there were enough fluids to support my kind. I vowed to enter the human world not just as a second chance for Lichty, but also to stop any unnecessary hurting, to heal those who feel pain. That's part of why I ran into you. I couldn't let you jump that rail. The hopelessness we felt with Lichty is something we never want anybody to feel ever again. I couldn't let you die. Not on my watch. Going into my life as a human certainly took some adjusting. At first, the gravity on land was too much to take in, so I decided to stay underwater with my kitten for a while. It was hard at first, adjusting to a human body, and due to my strange appearance and abilities, I had to take to deeper waters, made possible due to my bioluminescence and ability to make my skin somewhat thicker. Down there, I saw yet another sorry sight, a jellyfish that had perished only minutes before I found it. Through some trickery, I felt I was able to properly honor its life by implanting its stinging cells into Lichty's palms. I only use the stinging when I need to attack somebody, which has thankfully only happened thrice. It is easily covered by gloves, too. After an indeterminable amount of time, I finally exited the water and found my way to the land. I knew I couldn't go under Lichty's name anymore, so I decided to adopt an anagram of her name, Sittel. And with the help of a good friend, I was able to get on my feet and roam the world as a human. Now, it's been 3 years since I first entered human grounds, and I've done my absolute best to save those in need. I might have gone a little long there, but I hope I cleared some stuff up for you. I hope you know I care about you a lot and would never allow anything bad to happen to you if I could stop it. You're one of my cherished friends, and I could never take friendship lightly. I put the picture you took of me at the waterfall in this envelope. I have no use for it since I already know what Lichty looks like, but I thought you might want it, just as a memento. With hugs and happy thoughts, Sittel.